Hey Phil, we're gonna go through and resize all the images for this upcoming article. Um, so real quick, I already downloaded all the photos into a file, so we have all the originals right here, and they all look pretty good. They're not distorted or anything like that. Um, so let's just go back and double check the size of that box. And it's 440 by 244. So I'm just going to go to Photoshop, do a 470 by 244. And then once we have that set up in Photoshop, this is our blank box. That's the exact size of the what it'll show up on the screen. So I'm just going to select all these photos and just kind of drag them into Photoshop. And it just needs to chew through all those and get them to open up properly. And while we're waiting for those to chew through, I'm just going to go back to the admin section and delete all the ones out of there so we can start from scratch. And then let's go back to Photoshop. Those should all be done loading up. Yes, they are. Let's just get back to our blank one right there. Um, so what I'll do a lot of times is I, I just hit, you can go up to um, edit, and I always just use the keyboard. Um, or wait a minute, there it is. Select all, and that just puts a border around the image. Um, I just always hit Control C, or in your case, I believe it would be Apple C. And then we just go to this blank one and we paste it in there. And if you notice, it's a little bit oversized, so you can scale it by dragging it down. Um, and that's about as wide as we'll be able to make it. So let's just bring it to about there. Now we're gonna save it back to that same file. Once I get back there, so it's this photo right here, so we're just gonna resave it. Do I want to replace the file? Yes. Okay, so that one's done. Let's go to the next one. Control A, copy, um, paste that in there, resize it, just drag it down. And now you kind of see what I mean about how the image is a lot bigger. The constraints are a lot different than the original image. So if we save that, replace it, um, and while I'm going through this, let me do it all from the top. So we'll go open this picture up, go select, select all, edit, copy, go back to our perfect sized image, edit, paste. So pulls it in there, and then image, adjust. I apologize, I never used the drop down box. I always just hit Control T, so I believe it would be Apple or the next key next to that. T on the Mac, and if you hit that Control T or Apple T, and then hold down the Shift key, and you'll get the little arrows, and it'll keep the picture constrained as you drag it, as you resize it, so it doesn't distort it. Because otherwise, you could just grab a little toggle thing like that and uh, change it like that. But if you hold down Shift, it'll keep the image sized properly as you're redoing it. And then that was guys walking to the replace. Yes. Um, so now we can close that one out. So you kind of get the picture on what I mean by resizing it to the proper constraints. Um, Now, where was that one? Place. Um, Now, when I'm saving them, here, let's get this one, copy that, paste that in. Let's resize that one real quick. When I'm saving them, you could go to save for web device. What that does is it just saves it. You can pick JPEG or whatever you want to. Well, JPEG's the easiest, but it just optimizes it so it's a little bit smaller or it'll load a little bit quicker. You don't necessarily have to do it that way, but it does help load things a lot faster. I'm gonna pause the video and then we'll get back to uploading and then we'll see. I'll just finish doing the rest of these pictures and then we'll get back and I'll upload them and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so we're done resizing all the photos. It just took a few minutes. Like I said, it's just necessary for up the homepage galleries. Now, as you can see, if we go to the folder where they're all sitting, they're all landscape. Even the portrait ones are landscape now. So let's just go back to the website, go through, add the images, and we'll see how it looks. Um, don't worry about unchecking that because that's if they're the maximum 800 and the maximum 600. These images are under that, so it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna choose the upcoming gallery, select some photos. So go back to my documents, um, web jobs, upcoming, and just select all those, throw them in there, and upload those. Let them chew through that, and there might even be some already in here. No, it's still waiting for them to process through. And hopefully this helps. If we run into too big of a problem, I think once you get a way to do it on a regular basis and figure out what works for you in scaling them properly, I think it'll go really quick. And like I said, you don't have to do it for all the images you put up into the gallery. It's just the ones for the slideshows is the most important thing about it. Um, let's go back, and so now these are all done. So we should be able to refresh this and see our slideshow. And sure enough, there's all the images in the slideshow, and we'll just go let it go through. And they look all scaled properly. They're not getting distorted. and they came out good. So I'm gonna pause this video, send it to you, and call you, and go from there. All right, buddy.